Hello everyone, welcome back to No More Future. Yeah, last we left off, more backstory by Mary. Yes, I know this is a yap session. Hey, you clicked on the visual novel, I downloaded the game, and I'm so invested in it, I'ma finish it, alright? So might as well ask, how does this story end? Well, it ends when I end this video. I'm kidding everyone. I guess in our word kupal, it's rude, disrespectful. Kupal means like a rude person in my language or in my country. Country. Ooh. Once again, trying to rip off the band-aid as painlessly as you can, to no effect. The way it always does. Alright, Mary. Let it rip. Pause. She replies, all warmth having, and that's my chair, sorry about that. All warmth having fled from her lips. She nothing. It's as if all strength has suddenly abandoned her, leaving nothing but sadness and regret in its wake. Tired and on the verge of tears, Mary rises from her seat on the table and takes a few steps away from you, trying to cover her face as best as she can. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to leave you hanging. I just can't seem to. Listen, man, it's a tough topic. It is what it is. It's painful. Oh, the music just kicked in. Did you hear it? Yeah. It's alright. I get it. Your reply is to stand up from your chair, keeping your distance while still trying to be of help. You don't have to continue if you don't want to. I can see you're hurting. Yeah. Pathetic, isn't it? No. People get hurt. This is what it is. That's life. Either the question is how do you react from that event or experience. You think at my age you would have come to terms with something that happened so long ago? We keep forgetting Mary is decades older. Yeah. With my parents and my grandmother and... Alright, let's see. It's not pathetic. You interrupt her, stern without raising your voice. The woman turns to face you, her ears pointed upward as if in surprise, trying her best to hide her emotions from you, yet failing nonetheless. You're allowed to grieve, same as I am. Somebody messaged me, sorry, I just gotta take this one phone call. Oh. You're allowed, I'm sorry, I just checked the thing. It's not a weakness, you don't have to hide it from me or feel bad about it. Feel bad, yeah, sorry. While it's clear Mary agrees with you, she doesn't look ready to admit it yet. Her gaze skitters across the floor like a kid afraid of their parent. Let me check the mic. Mic, check this hoe. Seeing she's calmed down beside that, you tentatively approach a scientist with slow, measured steps. Wanting to reassure her, you briefly consider giving her a hug, but all things considered, it might not be your best idea. Okay. Instead, you simply raise your daddy yo, calm down, gabagoo, you know? Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of soprano shorts on YouTube lately, so sorry if I whip out the gabagoo. Instead, you simply put your hand behind her back, reaching all the way to her shoulder before continuing. Besides, I don't think it's such a bad thing that you never came to terms with it. I can't be too sure, but I imagine that if you had, you never would have felt the need to come up with synthetics, and then I and so many others wouldn't be here today. So, I think you should be proud. Be proud, stand proud, you are strong, Mary. You should be more proud of you should be proud of more than just your knowledge. I think you should also be proud of how you used it. You give the scientist an encouraging smile, hoping it might prove enough of a distraction from whatever's going on in her head. After a few moments of pondering over your words, the woman begins to chuckle to herself beneath her breath. Though her expression hesitates to change, she does place her hand on top of yours, evidently finding some comfort in that. Okay. I'm sorry, I meant to distract you from what happened earlier. Try and lighten the mood and all that. Instead, I did anything but. It's alright. It's alright. Wait, was that a song? I think that's Cradle by... I forgot his name. Dun, 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 dun. Ah, I fucked up the tune. It's alright, I can tell you need to blow off some steam just as much as I did. I mean, you make it sound easy, but your job is no joke. Plus, you also have to deal with Jasper, the owners, and the FBI, and I don't know. If it were me in your shoes, I would have already tapped out. And even when you're not dealing with them, you're trying your best to spread the word about synthetics, going on all about these shows to do so only for everyone to treat it like a big dumb joke. That's bound to be at least a little demoralizing. Yup, the story of my life. She sighs, tired and defeated, just as annoyed by this afternoon's events as you are, and possibly more. Suddenly, Mary turns to look at you, a somewhat brazen smile on her face, somewhat thankful too. I guess you did end up watching that nonsense after all. Color me surprised. Hey, you're the one who told me to. I think we're not gonna do voices for now. I gotta do more work on my impressions and whatnot. Also, it's straining my throat. Pause. Hey, you're the one who told me to, and I couldn't even make it through the whole thing. Had it not been for your appearance, I would have tuned out even earlier. You're making it seem like I forced you at gunpoint. I only meant that as a suggestion, dingus. Is that your way of saying I should never listen to you again? It's like a back talk with friends, you know? It's like if her mother was her friend, well, you're lucky. Now that would be tragic. Who else would you go to raise your spirits? I don't know. Probably that therapist you should start seeing soon. Sorry everyone, I just got a call and I gotta quick cut. I should just cut the whole thing. Why am I informing you, sleepyheads? Because you're part of it. This is a community. For me, I'm like, I think I did sometimes yap. Of my personal life, I always yap. That's pretty much it. That's my secret. You laugh again together this time. Wide smiles on your face, unclouded by pain or regret. Of course, it's only temporary. Even from this angle, things still appear quite bleak, whether you're looking at Mary's past or Synthetic's future. Although, now that you think about it, there might be something you can do about it. It's not much, but... What's up? Mary inquires, surprised and just as curious by your sudden interjection. You think through what you're about to ask in your head, pondering whether this is the right moment to bring it up, especially after what happened this afternoon. No, I've been meaning to bring this up to Mary for a while now, and regardless of what happened earlier, I owe it to him. You take a deep breath while you prepare yourself to answer. Well, there's something I meant to talk to you about since last week, and it has a little to do with what we mentioned just now. Mary analyzes the serious look on your visor in silence, trying to figure out where you're getting at. Realizing this might take a while, she decides to step over into the couch and sit down. She invites you to do the same. I'm sorry, my S's are like Z's or Z's or whatever. To which you oblige. I'm listening. Okay. So I have this friend, right? His name's Nemu. Hey, my boy Nemu. That's what I'm talking. That's what I'm popping. And that's what I'm hitting. Calm down. What the fuck? We've known each other since before I transitioned. He's been trying to make a name for himself as a streamer. And with us starting to hang out again, he figured we could, try and combine those things. You want to stream together? So? I love it. Mary's like, what's the problem then? What is this non-issue? Mary cuts through your awkwardness without missing a beat, earning a nervous cough from you. Yeah, that was the idea. At first, I only wanted to do this because we thought it'd be fun, but maybe this can work to our advantage also. Could help people see synthetics in a brighter, more approachable light. I see. I don't know, man. It's like telling your mother and she's like, bit skeptical on this one. I don't know, hombre. She mumbles to herself as she contemplates the possibility in her head, something that can't help but confuse you. If you're being recorded every moment of your life, shouldn't she know about your plans already? Wouldn't it mean she's putting on an act right now, hoping to dupe you? I guess it's more like if it's a personal thing, something that doesn't really get reported by Natalie, correct me if I'm wrong. And if Natalie is watching, I do have a friend or acquaintance. Friend, yeah. named Natalie. So she's watching. She's watching. No, that can't be it. If she's acting right now, she's way too good at it. Oh wait, at it. What the fuck? Am I high? No one can fake being invested in something this well. Maybe she's just forgotten about it all, or perhaps she never did learn about it. What if she doesn't? It could work, yeah. It could work wonders even. Mary exclaims in the midst of her musings, looking quite ecstatic for a change. You think so? Yeah, after all, there's a pretty huge gulf between talking about synthetics and seeing them in action, and I reckon it's about time we started doing less of the former and more of the latter. Alright. If you're sure about this, my man, son, thing, I'll do what I can to facilitate this initiative. I'll have my people to talk to the streaming company. My voice cracked. Oh my god, no. It's over, CPNs. It's over. Let me reel that shit in. Oh yeah. To make sure they're cool with this just in case, and then you're good to go. Really? You'd do that? Of course. If everything goes well, this will help you, your friend. Of course, if everything goes well, this will help you, your friend, and the project. It's a win-win-win. Alright, interesting. Yes, mom, let's go. She explains in that exuberant way only she knows how, and again, you're tempted to fling your arms around her chest. You almost feel bad now, thinking all those nasty things about her just now and earlier, and even earlier than that. For as much as you doubt her, Mary's always committed to helping you out, however she can. You try not to let your disappointment in yourself show as you thank her. Thanks! I'll be sure to tell my friend all about this later. I bet he'll be excited. Even more than you are? She says, seemingly unsuspecting of her deeper worries, only for her expression to suddenly straighten out all on its own. That said, I hope you understand what you're getting into. You mumbled to yourself, taken aback by this sudden change in her demeanor. Look, the streaming environment can be a lot, especially if you're not accustomed to it. It might seem like an easy job from a viewer's perspective, but from what I've been told, it can be quite taxing on the other end. Viewer base can be fickle and unpredictable, and there's no way to tell how they might react to your presence on camera. I agree. To be honest, it's the reason why I never brought forth any such ideas to you, myself. Wow, now it's our turn to defend ourselves. What is this? Some kind of thesis? Now it's your turn to look dejected as you consider the scientist's words, immediately picking up on the worry in her voice. I see. That's what I thought. When Nem first suggested this to me, I brought it up to him, but he seemed confident he could handle it. Well, I don't mean to doubt his judgment or yours for that matter. If you're comfortable with this, you have my full support. I'm simply reminding you to be careful is all, not that you need me for that. Right. You whisper meekly as you mull it over, suddenly feeling a little unsure about this. Then, before you can figure out this unexpected conundrum in your head, you notice the feline standing up from her seat, looking a mite uncomfortable all of a sudden. Anyway, sorry for interrupting this, but I think I might need a break. A bathroom kind of break. You don't mind if I... What? No, not at all. Go on ahead. I'll be waiting. Thanks. Be right back. BRB, everyone. Well, not me. Calm down. You point her toward the back of her apartment, where she immediately rushes off without hesitation. Poor Mary, we've been chatting non-stop for nearly an hour now. Should have realized you needed a break way sooner. It's a good thing you no longer do. As glad as you are that you can still breathe, eat, and so forth, you reckon you're probably not gonna miss all that stuff anytime soon. Now when I think about it, that is a plus. You don't need to shit or piss or fart. God damn, you don't even need to think like, oh no, I'm gonna be late because I need to take my morning shit. Nope. Still, now that she's gone and you have some time to yourself, you can't help but wonder over what she said to you just now. Streaming with Nem might be a lot of fun, and it might improve the public's perception of synthetics a great deal, but it might also expose you to even more problems down the line. You're already used to people leering at you in the street and saying awful things behind your back. Is it really going to be that much better sitting behind a camera while their messages scroll by? Oh, come on, Isaac. You can handle those kinds of people, same way you always do. And even if you couldn't, you can't afford to let their opinions control you like that. It's not right and it's not healthy. And it's not fair to Nem either. You try and reassure yourself, hoping to find some solace under the weight of your commitment. After all, you did promise Nem you'd try and make this happen, and now that even Mary's pitching in, you have no excuse to back out. He might have left abruptly earlier when you were together, but deep down he's still your friend, and you owe it to him to aid in his career. Just like he would if hi Zach? Wait, what? Mary's voice intrudes upon your thoughts, inquiring loudly from the hallway. Soon after, you spot her head peeking from behind the doorway, equal parts annoyed and desperate. Where did you say the bathroom was? The bathroom? Well, it should be right over... There. You stutter as your mind goes blank. And the realization strikes you like lightning in a clear sky. It doesn't need to. Oh dear. It's no wonder you can't give her clear directions on this. And it's not long before the agitated scientist discerns why that is either. This might be a bit more troublesome than you had expected. The short walk to your friend's apartment is quiet and straightforward, is what you would like to say. Come on, this is taking forever. Could you stop saying that? It's only been 2 minutes. 2 minutes too many. Why couldn't we just take the elevator? Because we'd still be riding it if we did, trust me. What do you mean? Didn't Jasper call a crew to fix it last week? He did, and even so, that thing still takes way longer than it should to get anywhere. Ugh! The scientist lets out the most pain groan she can muster, and rather grating one at that, making you second guess your decision to involve yourself in this embarrassing ordeal. It occurred too late to you that your apartment was never equipped with a proper potty. Considering synthetic bodies have no need of it, some specialist in charge of the refurbishing must have thought it pointless to keep around. Maybe not even they expected a human being to actually want to hang out with you. Who knows? The fact is, someone's head is definitely going to roll for that. This is ridiculous. Whose idea was it to get rid of a perfectly functioning toilet? Now I have to go around like a mendicant begging strangers to let me into their homes and use their... Stop. Please stop right there. I don't need more details. Your imagination is already 1,000 times stronger than an average person's. The less stuff Mary feeds it, the better it'll be for her sanity. Besides, we're not going to complete strangers for help. They know me already. That should make it at least a little less awkward. For Mary, anyway, you'll be lucky if you get to keep your head after what you're asking of them, especially of her. Honestly, I just hope they're alright. I see. So that's why we're really heading there. And here I thought you only wanted to help little old me. I am helping you. This is just multitasking. Good Lord, Mary, this is all it takes to turn into a kid. Just some minor inconvenience. She must be more used to getting things her way than you thought, which is not at all surprising now that I think about it some more. At least you can relax a little, knowing she won't be complaining for much longer. A few more steps and you're greeted by the exact door you're looking for. Not wanting to disturb your friends after what they went through, you'd give it a few tentative knocks. Are you kidding me? Who do you think is gonna... Before you can stop her, Mary practically pummels the door with her fist, indifferent as to who she might bother. And indeed, it's not long before a very bothered person shows up to greet her. I think I might be peeking my fucking mic here. Let me calm down here. Okay, who the hell? Oh, it's you. Kinda skip past that. Daphne's ire mellows out considerably upon seeing you at her doorstep. Instead replaced by a look of concern. What's going on? Did something happen? It's not quite, but something's definitely about to happen if we don't... Hi there, name's Mary, pleased to meet you. I need your bathroom. The feline urgently states as she shakes the terrified human's hand, whose brain appears to have short-circuited momentarily. I don't... Who even... Great! You won't regret it, buddy. That's my mom for you. Without waiting for an answer, Mary sprints into the human's apartment like it's nobody's business, at speeds you never thought a woman in her 60s could achieve. Daphne lays motionless for a few seconds longer, seemingly unable to process what just happened to her. And when she finally does... Her answer is entirely predictable. Hey, wait up, you! I never said that. You can't just. In an instant, her head snaps back in your direction as she shivers, course through your limbs and spine. Sorry? She stares at you for what feels like an eternity, her glacial eyes gradually narrowing until they become cat-like slits. Even then, the rage she harbors inside remains as frightening as ever. So, this is how you decide to show up to my face after everything that happened today? She heaves a heavy sigh, seemingly losing interest in this matter for now, or trying to anyway. You're lucky I owe you one. Yikes. Well, that's a good intro for once, I guess. With a motion of her hand, she tiredly beckons you inside. Not wanting to test her patience further, you immediately oblige. Alright. At first glance, the apartment looks about the same as usual, which is quite the relief considering the circumstances. Wait, are we recording my mic? Wait a minute. Are we actually? Yes, we are. Hallelujah. Double check the filters, double check the advanced properties, and we are. Everything's good, everything's kosher. Sorry, I've been yapping for 25 minutes. You know how hard it is when you've been yapping and then you didn't record, so now you have to act like, oh my god, that shit is crazy. I've never seen that before, you know? Part of you feared your friend would have been pursued home after they fled, but it appears they were able to recuperate in peace after all. That is quite rude when you think about it. I mean, is it rude? Is it ballsy? I don't know. In the grand scheme of things, it's not rude. Rude? I'm just confused, you know? Comment down below. Either those men are unaware where they live or they are, but won't attack them here. Good enough for now, you suppose. Daphne brings a chair over from the kitchen, places it in front of the couch, and invites you to sit. As for why she didn't offer the couch itself, it turns out someone's already taken it. It's hard to tell what's going on through Apollo's head as he dreams the night away. A blank expression on his face, his head jitters around above the arm he's using as a pillow, in what appears to be growing discontent. When his sister sits down next to him and offers her thigh as a replacement, he takes it instinctively, without hesitation, and just like that, the jittering comes to a stop. Been like this since we got here. Can't really blame him either. He's been through a lot. A more muted Daphne explains as she cuddles her brother's head with her hand in practitioner motion. Her gaze is filled with love and worry in equal measure, though she tries to restrain it when she turns to face you. How are you holding up? Me? I'm, alive, I guess. That's debatable. An uneasy silence follows before the woman finally realizes what she said. I mean, after what you pulled just now, I could still kill you if I wanted to. That was supposed to be a joke. Yeah, haha, you got me there, Daphne. I'm about to just unplug myself from life, huh? Sorry, it was funnier in my head. It's alright, I appreciate the attempt. Sort of. How are you two doing? You ask, trying to salvage this clusterfuck of a conversation? Hard to say. Apollo's been unresponsive all evening, so it's kinda hard to get his opinion. Though... Wait, I think I am hitting the fucking mic. This is supposed to be a pop filter, but I am absolutely hitting it right now. With my voice. Though at least he didn't get hurt, that's more than I could have asked. Yeah, me too. If he got hurt while I was trying to help earlier, You shake your head as your mind draws a total blank, unable or unwilling to conceive that scenario. I don't know. Daphne mutters herself, seemingly just as reluctant to think of that, though you can't shake the feeling that something you said appeared to rub her the wrong way almost. I guess it kind of, I don't know, they're both sensitive people. Listen, people with traumas, people who did not have a smooth road to begin with are a bit more sensitive, alright? But if they can move past those traumas, they're stronger than most people. As for me, well, just about what you'd expect, I guess. Meaning, you know, a little pained and tired, exhausted. Perhaps subconsciously, she begins to massage her left fist with her other hand as her gaze grows more distant. Angry, that kind of stuff. Oh, that's right. Your hand. Does it still hurt? It looked like you broke it when you swung at that. Broke it? The human repeats after you, putting on an air of incredulousness. Come on, Isaac. Come on. Yeah, I think I'm hitting the fucking mic. Come on, Isaac. There we go. Who do you think I am? Look. Without wasting a breath, she cracks her left hand's knuckles before your eyes and opens and closes it repeatedly for a while. As she does this, and not a single trace of pain seems to cross her visage. Visage, most like your visual appearance, pretty much. Their entire thing. But it depends in the context of things, alright? I did debate that for myself and friends, like, what the fuck does that even mean? Because I was playing League of Legends. I was about to say League of Lesbians, but that's a different website. That's a different old thing. Parading. Okay. Wow, that's impressive. Hey, don't look so surprised. Remember the night we first met? You think I would have stood up to you like that if I didn't think I could take you? In a fight? Yeah, what else? No, I didn't. I didn't mean it like that. You exhale an uncertain sigh, pondering whether you should even explain yourself to the girl before you. There's an argument to be made that your hesitation is proof enough that you're wrong, but even so, you reckon she deserves to hear this. I mean, I'm not sure you really could fight me even if you wanted to. That synthetic Max or whatever, his body was a prototype, his armor was noticeably weaker than mine, and you couldn't even dent it. Whoa, I don't know if you're flexing, I don't know what you're trying to say, but either way, somebody messaged me on Messenger, so we gotta lock in. Okay, it was a group chat, sorry everyone, quite unprofessional of me. You don't... I can't breathe, sleepyheads. Sorry, you don't like what you're saying either, and you pray your friend will see that beyond the growing frustration in her eyes, you mean. You notice her left fist growing tighter as it did earlier, only this time Daphne's death stare flinches ever so slightly. I'll concede, it did hurt a little bit in the moment, I mean. He threatened me, you and Apollo, and I didn't hold back. I hit him with all I had, and her anger threatens to burst out into a scream, but somehow she finds a way to suppress it. What comes out of her lips next is thankfully much more subdued. How long is Mary pissing? What is this shit? Did she drink gallons of water? I couldn't even dent him. You're right. Instead, I'm the one who got bodied like a punk. She timidly raises her gaze to meet yours, a sincere look in her wary eyes. I was really gonna die there, wasn't I? To that fucking monster. Now it's your turn to avert your gaze momentarily. As you ponder how best to put it. She said monster. That kind of hurt Isaac's feelings because, you know, synthetic bros got their backs, you know, back to back, homeboys. I think it was for the best that you ran when you did. I could barely fight that guy myself. There's no telling what might have happened to you two if you stayed. You fought him? Well, yeah, I had no choice. I had to make sure he wouldn't run after you next. How did it go? I mean, you standing here... Fucking Sandra is barking, man! Who's outside? I'm about to body their ass. Welcome back, everyone. Sandra barked, and when I got angry and mad and I looked over outside, she stopped barking for some reason because the person or whoever, the dog or some fucking animal outside is gone or was gone. How did it go? I mean, you're standing here in front of me, so I guess you won. Yeah, I'm him. I'm absolutely him, Daphne. So you want a chambang? You know what I'm saying? It's a bit more complicated than that, yeah. You explain what happened to her curious friend whose attention never seems to falter throughout the recollection. You mentioned everything from the fight to the aftermath to the aftermath's aftermath. It's a longer tale than you expected, but you managed to keep it simple enough for her to follow. I see, so that android's still alive out there, huh? Well, we can't be certain or anything, but the evidence does seem to point in that direction for now. Damn it. The human mutters to herself as her whole body stiffens up. So this means I'll run into that freak show again, huh? Despite the clear unease on her face and the swarm of thoughts likely buzzing in her head, she tries to stay collected when she addresses you next. Whatever, at least I know he's not invincible now. Not fully anyway. I'm sure I can use this to my advantage, somehow. Well, we can always look at the positives of things, right? So yeah, good. Thanks for telling me this. I mean, I guess we owe you another favor, huh? Can you stop with that? Interesting. Is this gonna be a fight? A lover's quarrel? Hmm? Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. The human's mouth clamps shut before your accusatory tone, her entire demeanor changing in the blink of an eye. What? What do you mean? You owe me a favor. After everything I said, that's where your mind is at? I don't need any favors. I need to know what the hell's going on. Calm down, bro. Whoa, calm down, Isaac. Hold that fucking cock right in there, you know, my friend. You nearly shout at her, only relenting at the last second out of concern for Apollo. Though it appears his sister cares a little for that sort of stuff as of this moment. Oh, I see. So that's why you're really here. Not to catch up or make sure we're alright, just here to stick your nose in other people's business again. Oh yeah, I couldn't care less about you, so I couldn't care less about you. I put my neck on the line for you and your brother 3 times now. And for crying out loud, could you start saying things you actually mean for once? And start treating this matter seriously? Her eyes open wide as though she's been caught in a lie. Perhaps she truly didn't expect to be seen through as easily as she was. I mean, this whole thing it's insane. Reminds me of a song. Insane in the brain, insane in a membrane, I don't know, man, I'm old. More of these people keep popping up by the dozens and you still think you got the situation under control? Your accusations seem to have an effect on Daphne at first, though it's not long before she hides her doubts behind a nasty glare. I never said the situation was under control. It's never been under control. But you know what? I don't need to tell you shit. This isn't your problem to deal with, Isaac. It's mine. I thought I was clear with you about that. You were clear? Or you were incredibly clear, alright? I still remember what you said. Hell, I was even stupid enough to believe you then. And how's that been working out for you so far, huh? You question her, unusually sardonic and apparently effective. You said you'd stop them, but this is the 3rd time I've had to deal with those people, and I already know it won't be the last. You still think I'm not involved in this whole mess? I never asked you to be. Well, I am. You cut her short, your anger trumping hers in magnitude for a change. You think I wanted to risk my life just because I wanted to help? To have a gun pointed in my face? To have I don't know how many volts of electricity frying my body trying to protect you? Whoa. Now we talking. Now we speaking my language. Wait a minute. This is getting spicy. I don't want your protection. Whoa. This is that kind of a game. I don't need it. We don't. Yes, you do. You do, because if I hadn't been there this evening, your brother would have been kidnapped and you would have been killed. She makes us as if to rebut, but her words fail her yet again. And and the longer she stays silent, the more doubt begins to seep into her eyes. You give your next words some thought, unsure whether you should be pressing this matter so harshly, playing devil's advocate with yourself, wondering if there's even the slightest chance you might be mistaken. Your gaze lands on Apollo for but a moment, a neutral expression on his face despite the rising heat all around him. In the slight tremor in his sister's leg, his breathing is even and his sleep appears undisturbed. His sister claimed to be acting in his best interest even back then, and perhaps she really is. But right now she's definitely ignoring yours. And it's about time you reminded her of that. You can argue with me all you want, but the truth of the matter is I am a part of this mess now, whether we like it or not. Facts, true. I chose to protect you guys time and time again, and the only reward I'm getting for it is I'm next on the chopping block. Stay angry at me if you want. Babe, you can even choose not to speak to me again after this. Oh, he's sprouting. What the fuck? If you want to be an asshole, you mutter to yourself as you take a deep breath, trying to offload some of your own anger in the process. But I deserve to know what the hell I've gotten myself into. I deserve to know who's coming after me and why. If you want to owe me, then you owe me that much. You whisper, trying to appeal to the kinder side of her, and the rational one as well. Of course, it's quite hard to find such things beneath the thick layer of anger she's clouded herself with, that self-righteous contempt that threatens to spill out at a moment's notice. But then, right as she's about to start tearing into you again, she turns to her sleeping brother once more, perhaps fearful of waking him up. The more she looks at him, the softer expression becomes, and the harder it gets to keep her guard up. You know what? You're right. You're absolutely right, AskLeepy. We're about to end this video right here. We're getting too long, too hard, and too heated. Thank you for watching this video, everyone. Click on it, subscribe, whatever. Like, share it to friends and like your loved ones. Check down the links below. I'll be seeing you in the next episode or in a different video. Do whatever. Dislike this, whatever. I gotcha, man. I gotcha. Bye. See ya.